Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon work sessions of the Bellingham City Council. This morning earlier, there was a meeting of the Planning and Development Committee at 10:30 this morning, but we'll begin this afternoon with Public Works and Public Safety Committee. Terry Borneman is the chair.
Thank you, Michael. Joining me on the committee today is Roxanne Murphy and Jean Knutson. We have one item before the committee today, and that's a noise variance request from Washington State Department of Transportation, or WSDOT, for a I-5 cable barrier upgrade project. Ted?
Excellent. Thank you. Ted Carlson, Public Works Department. As Councilmember Borneman mentioned, this is a request to do some night work along I-5. The DOT is going to be making some improvements to the cable barrier. I'm joined today by Jay Dry. He's the Assistant Regional Administrator for the Northwest region of WSDOT. And he's also brought along a project engineer. Shane Spar will be the project engineer for this specific project along I-5. It covers an area much greater than Whatcom County and the city of Bellingham, but we're a portion of the project, which won't actually begin work until later this fall, but they are requesting some night work, so we wanted to introduce it to council. And with that, I'll turn it over to Jay, and they've got a very short presentation just to make the council aware of what the project is.
All right. So thank you very much, and thank you for taking the time to take a look at this. So Shane Spar is the project engineer on this job, and he's got just a couple different slides to show, and probably a couple pictures here. Probably explains the project better than words would do it justice, but kind of a straightforward, fairly simple, good safety project, and hopefully not too much of an impact. So we have Shane do his run through a couple slides and then see if there's any questions that we can answer.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so like Jay mentioned, this is a project that's actually all in Northwest region. So it's King County, Snohomish County, Island County. Actually, there's none in Island County, but Skagit and Whatcom. Basically, what we're doing is we're going through and locating where there's a cable guardrail with 3 strands, and we're going to be upgrading it to the 4-strand variety of cable guardrail. Essentially what this does is this allows, it better handles the larger vehicles that we've got, especially on I-5 and some of these other highways. So the large trucks, this will catch them better. And so what we're requesting is up to 12 nights of non-consecutive noise variance. We're needing to do all this work in the median of I-5, and really we're requesting this because this will minimize the impacts to the traveling public. For safety reasons, we need to be able to have a lane closed in both directions while we're working in the middle, and looking at the traffic volumes, we really need to do this at night so that we don't impact the traffic. We're going to be having a 24-hour number that people can call if they've got concerns. And also, we're taking construction steps. We're going to do things to minimize noise. For example, having good not bumping our tailgates, that kind of thing. For the most part, this work should be relatively quieter than some of the other construction work that we do. We're not going to be doing a lot of excavation or haul off or haul in. We should be able to reuse some of the bases out there, and then lots of the bases will be actually augered in, which is not a very noisy operation, and so this probably will have minimal effect on the residents around here, but we did want to bring this forward.
Thank you. Committee, yes, Roxanne?
I was just wondering if there was a way we could watch the flow of this work and maybe do some community outreach to the businesses in the area that may be getting shipments late at night or something of that variety, just to notify, because maybe they could order more in advance or work the schedule around. So I was just hoping we could do that.
Well, in pretty typical operations that we do on the communication side is we have our blogs that we're putting out, plus everything out on the website and updating stuff weekly, and there's actually, that goes straight to the freight shippers as well, so they utilize that as a pretty good
Yeah, pushing that to our community too, I would love to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will make sure to add this to our road report for the city of Bellingham and put it on any of the outreach that we do as a construction project that could have impact. So we'll try to incorporate that.
Gene?
Yeah, I'll move approval of the request, and thanks for bringing it forward and letting everybody know.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Yes, Dan.
Just wondering what types of noise impacts there would be with this project. What can residents expect?
So there will be, so some of the augered dirt will need to be hauled off, and then there'll be some trucks bringing in new bases. So it's going to be your typical augering equipment as well as trucking.
As far as an overall heavy civil construction type operation, pretty light duty, pretty fast. You know, it's not like there'll be big excavators and stuff operating out there, and it'll be moving through pretty fast. So should be fairly light from an actual noise and impact
It'll be
standpoint.
nothing like the grinders working.
Nothing
out
like the
there.
grinders. No, nothing like those operations. We'll save that for later.
Yeah. Okay, we have a motion before us. All those in favor, answer aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll recommend approval to the full council tonight, and thank you. Yes, Ted.
Since you mentioned some of the loud work we're doing right now on Holly, maybe just a brief update to council and
Yes,
the community.
thank you.
Today is a busy week along Holly. We're doing some of the grinding along Holly right now, so it's pretty heavy construction out there today. Our goal is to have that complete and do paving Thursday evening. So Thursday evening, starting about 7 p.m., we're going to start shutting Holly down. We'll pave through the night, all night, and with the hope of having the main line Holly complete by 7 a.m. the next morning. So busy week today, but hopefully it's kind of a rip the Band-Aid off. We'll get all the heavy stuff done, get the major paving done, and then next week will be just some of the approaches, the side streets to Holly, coming into Holly, and then the channelization. So we're getting close.
Great, thank you for the update. I know it's coming in on Holly. It was kind of backed up all the way up to Garden Street, and I figured,
This
I
is the
hope this
worst
is
of
the
it.
big last
Yep.
push here.
This is the worst of
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Well, thank you very much for allowing us to be here today, and we appreciate the partnership with the city of Bellingham and to make these improvements. So thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Okay, end of committee.